Hello, ho, ho there, ladies and gentlemen. Only One Kenobi here, only one. And you should be watching this on Christmas Day. This is the special opening, as is a tradition on this channel, and it will be this, the Geonosis Battle Arena. So I'm not actually filming this on Christmas Day. It's slightly before, but still, let's get it open. And looking forward to figuring out where I'm going to put this in my collection, because it is a big piece. I think I've got a few ideas, but I never thought I'd get this. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen, it happened. Wow. I'm just looking forward to seeing how it plays out as a diorama and how good the quality is of the finish. Quite topical at the time of making this video. It's the year of backing the Cantina, and we've not yet received that. That'll be coming in about a year from now. But still, so dioramas are kind of on trend and topic or whatever, but this is one of the ones that were just retail dioramas. Never see the likes of those days again. I'll just freeze that there so you can have a little pause if you want to look at it. What have we got here? Just pretty much all the features there. Let me go in on a few bits if you want to read it. And then you've got some look at the figures. That was obviously the figures of the day. They've been subsequently surpassed. This is now, how many years old is this? It's definitely 22 years at least. 2022 would have been the 20th anniversary of the Attack of the Clones. There's a few different reviews online. Babbling Booby is one. He's got a good review. And this is, now it's my turn. So apparently it doubles up. There's two sides to this diorama. There's the back and the front, but I kind of want it really as an excuse to display my Jedi. You could have anything in here. You could have your Anakin, your Django, Obi-Wan, Padme, you know, like they're kind of showing you here. But really, I think it's a good way to have all of these guys. These are figures of the time as well. They've all been surpassed in articulation by subsequent releases of figures, but I still love these figures. They're very statuesque, aren't they? You know, they're in one pose, but they've got a lovely flailing sculpts, you know, the cloaks and everything flowing, and this is early 2000s styly, but still they'd be really good just sort of stood in one diorama. And I don't know, I've got places for dioramas like beneath there, you know, beneath these vehicles and stuff. I really prefer vehicles in terms of pieces to buy beyond getting individual figures and stuff, but I just wanted to do this to see what it was like, see how it held up after all these years as well. And then in the back, you see you've got the Droid factory, which is fascinating. They've even gone to the trouble to do that. So that's that. Isn't it typical, ladies and gentlemen? I started to film this video because the sun was shining outside, and it's a Saturday when I'm filming this, and now the bloody clouds are coming over, but it should be all right. As regulars of the channel will know, I am someone who likes to film in natural light. You can't beat seeing how real the quality of something is when you film in the daylight. And things look better, I feel. Let me know if you agree with that. Just want to show you all the angles of the packaging. I think that's everything. And here are some decals and stickers, as was the style of the time. We'll have a look at those too. But first of all, let's get this piece out. Peace out. And at the time of shooting this video, we haven't had the ghost yet, just so you know, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you now, I'm filming this on Saturday the 14th of December. If you're interested. Lovely film. I like the Attack of the Clones, or Attack of the Clones. It's the colour scheme in the film. There's certain tones that make that trilogy it differentiates the trilogy, I should say, the colour schemes of the film. You've got the purple of Mace Windu's lightsaber, you've got the blue of Django, you've got the dusty reddy yellow of Geonosis, you've got the blue of, what's it called, Camino. So it's interesting, isn't it? And then all the colours of Coruscant. And then you've got the yellow of Tatooine. It's just a great film. In regards its design and the character design, the colour schemes, the music makes it stand out on its own in terms of that trilogy. The story drives the plot forward of the demise of the Republic. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just show you what comes in the pile when you pull it out. You've got this here. You see, look at that. Even now, you can tell the paint job of that is fantastic. I've had some items recently which have really disappointed me, and the TVC as well. Only small pieces. Look at that rock work. It's beautifully sculpted, but the tone is very basic. That's why I said it was probably more appropriate for the retro collection as opposed to the vintage collection. And then of course we had this vehicle that came not long ago, and it's a beautiful vehicle. I love the design, it's nicely finished, but it was just lacking all important weathering which other vehicles have been given. So anyway, back to the review. Let's see what else we've got. Interesting to see how it's all been put together. Look at this, it's nice, isn't it? I can't wait to see what they do with the cantina and also the streets of Mos Eisley. They can do it as well as they've clearly done this. Look at that beautiful paint. And these were just toys back then. I guess adults probably would have bought them all. I don't know. I didn't buy anything like this back then. How old would I have been in 2002? I was 21. And then obviously in my mid-30s, things exploded. And then I started my channel and things got worse. Look at this. Very impressed. Right, gonna mount the camera now, just because I have to open this up a little bit. There's things to cut there and everything, so let's do that now. And then when you open it up there like that, you've got all in there, all nicely packaged. All key pieces. There's the doorway thing there. I'll keep it in the bags for now, right? Just wanna remove it. That looks familiar. Those poles, no doubt. That bit isn't wrapped, which is interesting. This is beautiful. I love the design of the Geonosis Battle Arena. Clearly George Lucas was taking on Ridley Scott, wasn't he? With, what was it now? Gladiator? I can make my arena bigger than Gladiator. CGI, 2002. Look at this. Make it look like it's built by termites and organic. Look at that. God, it's like TVC stuff. Subtle details on the front and backs. You know what I mean? Wow. Amazing the quality they get. It's a kid's toy. Or was for kids. I'm sure adults would have bought it, not me. But it's holding up, man. They spent the money, they did it right. And I know it's a long time ago now, over 2 decades, but to me that seems like a minute ago. Because I was of age then, 21. And time sort of flies when you get a bit older, folks. The span of your life tightens up. Oh, there's something else in the bag. Nearly lost that there. There you go. I think that is everything out of the packaging now. I'm going to mount the camera. I'm going to shut my mouth and assemble. I set, you bet. Instruction manual. Just give you a quick look at that, by the way. Fairly simple instructions, except it'll be more complicated in that you need to apply stickers to this, so I'll look at that later. I think I'll get the main things put together first, and then stickers. Aha, there's something for stickers there. I probably won't even put this. I might not put the stickers on. The last few big vehicles I've bought, like the MTT and a few other things, I never bothered putting the stickers on. I just put it together, and I'll keep that mint or something, you know what I mean? We'll see. Let's go. Boom. And you, sir, stop it there. I'm just going to stop there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see everything out of the bags and stuff. Why not? Just capture the moment. There's so many bags and things. Amazing. Some interesting pieces already. I mean, look at that. Bloody hell. And then there's like, that's very iconic, that. That's like a forced perspective diorama piece. That's the big gateway you see in the background. I've seen that in the reviews I've already seen, but I'll be making use of that somewhere. Maybe even if I put that on one of these shelves for Attack of the Clones, you know what I mean? Just it's in the background, and I don't know. Just thinking out loud. Right, just going to stop there and see where we're up to give you an idea of the detail and everything and where we're up to. Not finished yet. Put the main part of rock section together. Took me ages to find that, which kind of is a connector. And there's another one there, it's like a rock section, which just fastens this section and that section together. It was just in the packaging, where is it? So just a little piece of rock, jigsaw's in. I just want to stop and capture the detail of it, the colour. It's very nice. Can't wait to get this front section on. That bit. And it'll really feel like Attack of the Clones. But now it's asking me to put the doors on, you see, so I thought I would just stop and have a look at this. It's very good, the metal finish is very good. It looks like metal, more so than Hu Yang did. The figure of Hu Yang, wow. And I've just unpackaged that as well. That's full of small pieces, so that's why I'm stopping now, just to capture where we're up to. And then I will construct the doors. We are up to stage 7 right there. After that, we turn over and we'll have 8, which will be the balcony section, I think. 9, don't know what that is. Just more posts, I think, And then that is the diorama, the cardboard, and the stuff that's inside the arena there. And then that's the droid factory. That's the stickers, which we'll see how we get on. But for now, I just wanted to construct this thing. It's very wide, very wide. Let me just give you an idea of how wide it is. It's there. I was hoping to maybe put it under here. I'd have to put it in there on an angle probably, and it would be coming out from either side. It's wider than those glass TV stands there, or whatever they are. But there will be a place for this, I'm sure, in my collection. I'd have to figure that out. It's tall already as well. That's probably as tall as it gets, which would not be as tall as that there. So I'm thinking out loud, folks, where I'll put it. But that's an impressive already piece of Star Wars, that, you know what I mean? It's a diorama, you know, people make dioramas all the time, 3D printing them, building them, whatever, but if it's just a backdrop for figures, look at it already, that is absolutely spot on. I haven't even finished it, and I think that is just going to be great. So I didn't even want to put those doors on, I kind of like the way it just goes through to nothing there. But, yeah, I've got all this to construct later. Let's do one of these now. Stay on target. Carry on. Right, let's do it. Wow, these columns that come inside. Alright, we're kind of done there. That's everything. I haven't put this in yet, but that will be something I'll do later. Just want to again capture them. Look at that, looks great, doesn't it? I just want to capture the moment and look at it, and then I'll have a look at the back as well. I've not done that yet. These were quite easy to get together. Look at it, man. It's looking pretty full. Even without stickers, it's pinging. It's shouting aloud. Attack of the Clones, isn't it? So that, I do like it though. I love this forced perspective thing, because that's just what you remember at the background. I just think of the Reek when I see that. And there's this droid factory thing. It's just good for a kid, isn't it, man? It's got, like, you know, a bit like, can't see it now, the Royal Starship, when I reviewed that a few Christmases ago, Christmas 21 I believe it was, you realise when you open that it's just a full-on playset, just like the Falcon used to be in the 1980s. Open it out, you could put figures in it and stuff. So back in 1999, for a child, it would have been epic, wouldn't it? To relive the movie and stuff like that. But yeah, the features there. So that, I see. So that's what that'll be for, I guess. Is there more than that? I thought there was. Oh, they're stickers. I see. The decals will. Right. Maybe it would be worth putting the stickers on, though. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it would be, but I'll keep it like that for now. That's what that will do though when you put the stickers in. And this, I can't quite work out where that goes. It tells you here. Cardboard strip number 10. And this thing, that's to hold it in place. Look at the back of that. I've shown you that before. I'm going to show you the back of the whole thing in a moment. Stay there. Stay tuned. But I can't work out where that goes. Some holes there. I'll look at the back right now, actually. Let's turn it round and see if we can make sense of this. And there it is, open sesame. Look at the size of it, man. Massive. Really big. Let's just go in on the back of this stuff. Behind the scenes. And someone has taken the trouble to paint all this stuff, you know what I mean? Rock work is fantastic even here. Blends into that metal. Flooring, you don't see that really in the arena that I know of. That's just, they're making a hybrid, aren't they, between the Droid factory and the arena. Do the doors push that way? Yeah, they do. All these droid parts are pretty interesting though. There's a super battle droid there. This is just play feature stuff there, these things that rotate. Anyway, back here, look at that. Oh, that's awesome, isn't it? It's nice to see it. To appreciate what was made back then. And it surpassed my expectations for this item, you know. Never wanted to buy it for space purposes. For space reasons. It's a massive piece, but still, I'm impressed with how good it is. Really impressive. And then that, I can't work out what the point of it is, other than I love it. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be part of this. Does it go back there somehow? Or is it supposed to, is it supposed to maybe go there maybe? And clamp it there? Or here, there's a gateway there. I don't know. I don't know. If I figure that out, I'll let you know. Otherwise, you'll be shouting at me. As you watch this, you'll be shouting at the screen, or you'll be putting it in the comments. But either way, I might figure it out. So don't be too hasty. Give me a chance. There's a battle droid there, super battle droid. And these things, I guess they just, yeah, it's just a play feature. They rotate. Have a Jedi on there, the peg stands there, the classic. And then that's another play feature. Yeah, someone's springing or whatever. It's been thought about, hasn't it? What can we have on this to make it more interesting for a kid? To maximise their playability. Let's see if I can figure out this cardboard piece now, folks. Bear with me. Do you know what I'm going to do, folks? Because I can't work it out, and I'm running out of time and feeling the pressure. I might go and check out Babbling Booby's video and see what he says about that. Bear with me. So, hello, ho, ho again. We're back. This is several days later. I'm actually filming this on the eve of Christmas Eve. And as you can see now, we have the Ghost up and running, open, so do check that video out. Beneath is where I had this, and it actually fits in there, no problem. So I'll probably do that again. What I also thought was you could have it anywhere. It's quite a good little shelf sitter. Currently I have the AT-AT and the ATT, sorry, on the top of there, but you could have it sat on there. If you had shelves wide enough, you could have it with more of a gap. You could have it sat on a shelf. I like it. I really like it. So I'm going to show you next how I'm going to display it, or what figures I'll use, so stay with me. I did check out a video just now. I didn't look at Babbling Booby, like I said. He's got a really good review, but I had a quick look at Carl Peterson. I just wanted to see a fresh video to see what you did with this. And my problem was, I thought this wrapped around the back, because you know you've got all these holes where light passes through. I thought that's what I was looking at. With this bit here, that was sort of behind it, and you could see the diorama. No. It was the stickers I was looking at. I got that mixed up. I thought they were kind of holes and you could see this display behind. But no, what you're supposed to just do with this is they kind of attach. See, it's unpunched there, see? You put that in the middle, like we kind of discovered. I know I was sort of winging it on the previous part of the video, but they attach together and they clamp. And then you kind of got a semicircular cardboard diorama. Nope. With that in the middle, and it looks quite nice. I might just take these bits of cardboard and maybe put them on a shelf, just leave them mint, do whatever I want. One side of it is for the inside of the arena, check that out, which will work nicely with this, with that part that's supposed to be in the middle of that. And let's have a look at the other bit. There it is. So you've got the battle droids there. Interesting creature. I wonder if they ever made that one. I don't think they did. Dinosaur, isn't it? So that will kind of like attach there, have it going around, and then the other side, supposed to be with that. It's just a mound, that, isn't it? Will be for the exterior, the Clone Wars Battle of Geonosis side, which is quite nifty. And you won't know this, I'll share this with you now. I actually damaged this piece of cardboard months ago. When this was delivered back in November, I opened it for Patreons just to check it was legit and mint and everything. And when putting it back in the box, I accidentally, I don't know if I even know if I can find it, I creased the cardboard. I permanently creased it. There it is, there, see? Which really distressed me at the time. I thought, what have you done? I hate doing things like that, causing permanent damage, but nevertheless, it's okay. So that I won't really need. I thought it was going to work actively with this main piece, but it doesn't. It's a separate thing just for another feature for playability. This, I can see me putting that on my shelf as well. Why not? That's pretty cool. It looks all right, doesn't it, man? It's just been given enough airbrushing to make it look like metal. I like it. That's really cool. Nice. I'll have that behind Anakin and Padme kind of thing. You know, there's loads of great characters. It's all relative. And that's it. I'd be very tempted to put a Dooku on the top there and a Jango. Very tempted indeed. Poggle or lesser. Yeah. And the figures that I get off here will make more space, obviously, so I can tighten up there and have more things like introduce things like that. Maybe anything like that will work. So that will be the nice finale for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to bring down from the shelf every figure that is feasible with this piece, and they'll look cool with it. I've made up my mind as well. I won't be putting the stickers on here today. Sorry. I just don't want to. So I am sorry. We've got quite better lighting today, so I'll just give you another look at the rock work. It's very nice, isn't it? Beautiful colour. Very Geonosis. That's the rubber bit. Those things there were inside the towers. The pillars even. Let's have a look at the back. This is very interesting. You could do some toy photography even with this. The bits where Obi-Wan is spying on the separatists, the corporate alliance and friends. I think that is actually Obi-Wan walks past that pattern when he's first going inside the arena. I love the music as well. It's brilliant. So it's an all-in-one. It's not only the arena, it's the droid factory, but it's also the corridors of the inside of the Geonosis catacombs, whatever you want to call it. And he's like going up and down stairs. Obi-Wan, he's spying on people, doing what he does, gathering intelligence. So it's very well done. So I'm glad to own it. Very glad to own it. And as even Kyle Peterson said in his video, these things are definitely a thing of the past unless you're doing a HasLab or something. Although having said that, that was a big piece and that wasn't a HasLab. Although one could argue it was gonna be. I don't know what the situation of the politics were with that. But yeah, all right, folks. Let's get some figures on it. I'm gonna mount the camera. Just going to stop before we go any further and show you what I've got out so far. These figures are of their time. They're very old, some of these now. But they're all relative to the arena. You've got the swapped heads of 3PO and the Battle Droid there. I need maintenance. And I always, on my shelf, have these two like that. I like do it for force perspective. That's a more modern Battle Droid, but he's smaller in scale. So I have this guy up front, so it looks like there's some distance between them. These two figures have obviously, you know, been surpassed by better figures, but I love these two back to back. They look great. That's what happened. And there's a really good deleted scene where I think he says to Samuel L. Jackson, "It's good here, isn't it, sir?" or something. I've mentioned that lots of times on this channel, but if you haven't heard me say that before, then you're probably new or whatever. You've never heard me say, but it's just they're acting in front of a green screen and it's just Ewan McGregor's humour. But they look so cool because individually they're not that great. These two figures are not that great articulation wise, but as a pose, I love it because they were right in the middle of the action, weren't they? You could introduce clones in here. Oh, excuse me, Padme. Let me just get in here and there. They come a bit later, obviously, Oh, hang on, how did I have him? I like these guys like that. He's sort of directing him. Got the commander there. Padme, Anakin, obviously, and this is the best. R2, the one with the jetpacks. That's the Black Series orange line R2-D2. Would love to display. You could have him. He did put his head on eventually, didn't he? That's a great 3PO. As for the other figures, oh, there's the new Django, by the way. What a great figure that is. Should we just get the best of the best? Have him down there, wouldn't you then? Him, get him with the green lightsaber to be accurate. I'm going to get him off. Why not? Let's get him up there. Why not? Although he had his helmet off, didn't he? Are we blowing the scale now by having him up there? Do you know what? No. You need him down here with the reek. That reminds me, I'll go and get the creatures in a minute. And there's an... Oh, let me go and get Dooku. Now, I purposefully bought another Dooku the other day. I only have one loose so far. This is the brand new TVC Dooku. But I bought it to have him with no lightsaber in hand, just on the belt. Looking like he did for the majority of the film before he lit that up in the hangar. You weren't sure who he was, what his allegiances were. He could have just been a so-called, quote-unquote, political idealist, not a murderer. But it turned out he was the bad guy. He'd be great up there. Works, I guess. And then Poggle the Lesser, which is another figure. They'd be wonderful if they updated all this stuff. But you've got the 6-inch people crying out for stuff like that because they've never had it. But where is Poggle? There he is. Should we have him stood at the very back? How about that? There you go. And I'm going to get the new Django in. So you can do whatever you want, folks. You can have historical figures like you've seen here previously. You can go for the creme de la creme like this new Django. Have him up there as well. That'd be pretty cool. Let's have a look at the balcony now. If I get him up there. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool, man. I like it. It's just showing. God, do you know what? I knew there were a lot of characters associated with this section of the film, but it doesn't half. You've got, it opens it up. This isn't how I'm going to display it on this tabletop, but man, if I did have a tabletop like this, and if you do, with the extra space, can you see it's on the glass table here? You've got the diorama there, then I've got this, that's the background, this is your foreground, open space. You can have so much here. I haven't even put the Jedi in there yet. It's a great diorama, isn't it? It's perfect. And nowadays they only give you tiny little mini rig styley things like that, which are great and everything, but with this, it's just a chunk of the film. You've got the clones, the good guys, the bad guys, politicians, bounty hunters, Jedi. It's all happening, folks. So the last thing I'm going to do, what I'll do now is just show you my plans, which is to have this as a backdrop for my Jedi collection. I've always had these Jedi from 2002, early 2000s, just clumped together. I love it. They don't really articulate very well, but en masse, I just like them in their own little space. Him in the middle always. And then they're just sort of flanked by these others. I mean, there's better figures than her, Luminara. But I love this figure. Look at it. It's the power of hard goods, flailing robes. Can look great. You've got Shakti there. Brilliant. Sassy Tin, and there's that guy. VX Search, that's what he's called, isn't it? So that'll be the plan. But you can do whatever you want. So much going on. Lots of potential, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you agree? Quite like it. It's a nice piece, very impressive. Let me know your thoughts below. Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just be messing around. It's always nice to show you a new piece like this, especially on Christmas Day. I'm sure there may be even people watching this now who maybe got this for Christmas. I just don't know. I was a bit too old for that, folks, I'm afraid. So I will not be in that cohort, but I can certainly appreciate it now. The only thing wrong with this now is we've got two Mace Windows in the shot. I can't do that, man. That's triggering me, man. God, he's dusty as well. Get out of there. Let's get rid of the dust on Yoda. Alright, folks. That is the Geonosis Battle Arena. Very impressive and a ton of potential right there. In fact, I forgot to do something. One thing is I never put those back into position. The towers, the pillars, I never showed you the beasts. So I'm going to do that very quickly. Bear with me. There's Dooku, by the way, on his speeder. I forgot to mention I forgot to mention or show the beasts. So here they are. Where are they? You've got the Reek. Boom. You got the Nexu, whatever you pronounce that. And now the big fella. Let me move this back. And he's got his own 3D printed base from Polyalloy Mario. Something like that. There's so much that you can do with this, folks. But unfortunately for me, I've now got to tidy all this away because this isn't what I'm going to do. I'm going to just have the backdrop underneath one of the tables in the background and just have the Jedi in there, I think. Maybe Dooku and Jango maybe on the top balcony. But that is it. Wow, look at that. Look at this. Impressive. Most impressive. And we tried to come and rescue you. Good job. Brilliant. All right, folks. Thank you for watching one final time. This is the end now. And I have been Only One Kenobi, Only One. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Boom.